From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
And good morning, Lacey.
Good morning.
Can we just duck down?
We got it. We're good.
Up and down. Okay. It's kind of like the weather. We just kind of lift up high or a little down low.
And then we got the big old drop. That is coming up. Yes, that's a good precursor, Robin, of what we've got headed our way.
It's a visual.
Thank
you.
Nice,
I'm always glad to help.
Always on the right trend, guys. We had storms yesterday up to the north. Take a look at this video from our storm trackers, Val and Amy Castor. Also, we had Marty Logan out in Kansas. These severe supercells were riding down. At one point, tornado Warren near Pratt, Kansas. The thing is those things crossed the border and made it into Oklahoma. They vaporized. They fell apart. Had some rain in Harper County. Look at the spin with that storm. You can see the updraft going all the way up and rotating. Look at the lightning shot. Is that not stunning? Such a gorgeous picture there with the rain-free base. And yes, a little bit of a wall cloud trying to develop. Did have a tornado produced yesterday in Kansas. I'll show you that. Back to the map now. Those thunderstorms flared up, and around midnight, 1 a.m., they fizzled in northwestern Oklahoma. Severe thunderstorm watch was dropped. No severe weather in Oklahoma. We're tracking rain and storms in Iowa and Nebraska currently a long way from the Sooner State. Those could move in later. Taking you back on radar, look at how many storms fired up, but they would have a problem. They'd make it down to the south and then just completely vanish. Look at that. Wild how quickly they went away from spinning like a top, producing big time wind and hail, to just nothing at all. Look at the track of the storm with the severe reports. Again, had a brief tornado. The report was on I-70 yesterday afternoon up in Kansas. So we're still getting storm systems that flare up during the heating of the day that ride from the north to the south. We'll have a slight chance of that again mid-morning and again this evening. I'll show you where. Next Gen Live, all is quiet. It's a nice calm start to your Monday. Chance of rain through mid-morning. This is really about midday to about lunchtime. From Ponca City to Stillwater, Tulsa, 40% chance, best chance up near Miami, but it's not locked in at 100%. Those storms in Nebraska are struggling as they make their way down to the south. 70 degrees is our current temperature. We're dry. The bigger story today for most of Oklahoma is this. The dangerous heat, again, 105 to 110 for feel-like temperatures. Now, we're not there, so if you need to get out and get some work done across the region and you have the opportunity to do it in the morning hours, do it, because we're in the 60s and 70s. It's pretty pleasant. It's already muggy, but it's going to be real muggy this afternoon. Mid-upper 90s, 102 in Altus. Here's the heat index. About 3, 4 o'clock, that's when it'll peak. 100, 105. There may be a few locations in here that get close to 110 when you factor in the Gulf moisture. Latest data still brings those storms up north of Tulsa, keeps the heat index not as hot up near Grand Lake. Slight chance of rain coming in for the evening. We'll try to get a few more of those storms in Kansas that will ride down. 20% chance from Alva to Woodward to Buffalo, back out to Beaver, isolated in nature. The jet stream pattern, we talked about it all of last week. The heat dome is way back here. That's where all the excessive heat is. We were talking about those days above 110. This is why. Heat dome out to the west. The jet stream comes around the heat dome, dives down the plains, and brings the storms across Oklahoma. We get a little bit of a pattern shift over the next couple of days, and the heat dome actually works its way up over Oklahoma. So now the fringe of it takes the storm track away from the Sooner State, and our rain chances taper off, but only for a couple of days. Then the heat dome moves right back, and we actually open up a window for a few storms to ride on the edge coming in for your Thursday, and especially Thursday into Friday. As of right now, this is several days away. Next opportunity for rain and storms in the metro will be with the complex Friday morning. Also, a cold front comes in with that. Another north wind, kind of like what we saw over the past weekend, knocks highs back down below average, and we're kind of on the edge of the heat dome for much of next week, which keeps the extreme heat away from Oklahoma. It's still hot though, and because of how green we are, the moisture around, the heat index still gets into the dangerous category. It's just not the 120 range that we were last week. Lows tonight, mid-70s. Coming up for tomorrow, 90s, triple digits, around 100 here in Oklahoma City for your Tuesday. Similar conditions for your Wednesday. The cold front tries to nudge in late. I think it arrives in the metro midday on Thursday. You feel the effects of it by Friday afternoon. We're talking 5 to 10 degrees cooler on Friday across the state. 30% chance of rain and storms. That could go up, and it looks pretty pleasant into the weekend. Back to you guys.